Hello fellow gamers, welcome to Azreality Gaming. My name is Dustin, and today we're going to be doing a review for Disco Elysium. Could it be the best RPG of the year? Stay tuned till the end to find out. Wow, where to begin with this game? Disco Elysium is an absolute masterpiece. There's so many intricacies and details that I could talk on and on for this game. But to keep it as short as possible, I'll try. The depth in this game, the amount of freedom is unparalleled. It's truly an evolutionary game and sets the bar very high for any other companies to create RPGs in the future. RPG games out there need to take notice because you've been put on notice. The premise of the game is you're a cop who has been asked to investigate a hanging, but instead of taking that serious, you decided to have a chemical-induced meltdown for several days that leaves your mind and body broken with amnesia and side effects. You spend a lot of time hilariously trying to piece together things you forgot, like where your badge went, where's your gun, your clothes, what your name is, and even what kind of cop you are. Luckily you have a partner assigned to you who must have been Gandhi in a previous life for the patience that he shows you. The story is dark and deep that delves into some very destructive habits. Your decisions have strong psychological impact and teeter on the edge of sanity. The game explores so many social and political issues throughout the story, at times it feels like you're looking in the mirror at our own current social, societal issues that go on today. At the heart of Disco Elysium is the spirit of a tabletop RPG, and when I say RPG, I truly mean role-playing game. There's no action in this game, there's no combat. And you're sitting across a very open-minded DM who gives you almost unlimited choices. You can do whatever you want. The options are unlimited. The dialogue trees like this in this game are just unheard of. I've never seen anything like it to date. I can't imagine what the storyboards for this game would look like. It's that in-depth. So the game has different skills here, as you can see. You've got your motoric skills, which are more of the reactionary type skills, dexterity skills. You've got physique, which are more of the strength-based skills. Electrochemistry, if you want to be a party planet love and loved by drugs, you can, shrug off different effects and damage for the pain threshold. If you want to have more of a thought or emotional type character, you've got things like empathy, suggestion, if you want to charm men and women and play the puppet master. I kind of like that particular role myself. I've invested some points in that. And you've also got your intellect, things like rhetoric, conceptualization, drama, where you can play the actor, lie. It also helps you to detect lies, which has been helpful in my campaign. Also, you've got things called thoughts, or your thought cabinet, which are other ways to kind of customize or enhance your character. You could invest points into them and then research them. Once you do, then you get certain bonuses to your character. For example, the advanced race theory, which is basically being a racist. You get a rhetoric raised to 5, and conceptualization is +1. Some of the other ones that are kind of funny, this one here is the hobo cop, which allows you to, live out in the streets. But you do get some disadvantages for that. Of course, you can save money if you do that, but a lot of these have disadvantages with advantages, so kind of balance them out. Also, there are equipment, and the different types of equipment that you can have different kind of skills and enhancements to them as well. As you can see, this white satin shirt, +1 to conceptualization, but -1 to suggestion. Then you have held items you can have. The plastic bag allows you to collect bottles, which you can then sell. The flashlight, of course, allows you to be able to see things in the dark. This has actually been very helpful in a lot of cases where things do get dark and you can't see where stuff is. This allows you to kind of find those entrances or exits to places that you might normally miss. If it hasn't been stated clearly enough before, there's a ton of dialogue, and I mean a metric frac ton of dialogue, where it's a lot of reading, paying attention to that, but don't feel you have to always select every option. Sometimes choosing every option on the dialogue can have negative consequences. Sometimes you have to kind of play sweet or be overly aggressive. You kind of adjust to the person that you're talking to and what they would expect you to speak like. If you like what you've seen so far, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue. Every decision you make in this game has an interesting or funny outcome. Sometimes serious, sometimes not. You know, you don't want to pay your hotel bill? F it. Be a hobo cop. You don't want to wear pants? The game recognizes that you're not wearing pants. I cannot stress that enough. What game have you ever seen where a choice of your clothing or equipment is responded to in text in the game? That's unheard of. It's amazing.
You go and put your trousers on?
All right, hold your horses. Heed! Pants! Now!
Let's talk about the pros and cons of the game. It's hilariously funny, tear-inducing, gut-busting funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life at a good video game. The unparalleled amount of choices for creating and enhancing your character. Story writing is top-notch. And the art style is very interesting, kind of a impressionist Van Gogh, Monk style. Replayability. With there being so many choices in this game, it's fun to sometimes go back and try different avenues, maybe make a save file in one area and do a different choice to see what outcomes you have. The cons are there's a lot of text in this game, walls and walls of it, so be aware of that when you're playing the game. This might not be for you. The RNG is a bit fickle in the game. Sometimes when you think you're going to succeed on a real high skill chance, you don't, and same thing on the opposite end when you have a really low check. You randomly do succeed. It's weird. There are some forced options in the game, kind of like your DM kind of pulling you back on track when you've kind of gone off the rails a little bit. So it's interesting to see that, but also a little frustrating times when you thought, hey, I have complete control of my character. I can be a hobo cop, a super cop, a dancing cop, whatever I want to be. And it does still kind of keep you on a narrow path. Overall, I'm going to give this game a 9.5 out of 10. It's an amazing game. I strongly recommend anybody to check it out. Right now it's only out for the PC, but sometime in 2020 the game will be available on the PS4 and Xbox One. Perhaps Switch, we're not sure yet, still waiting for an announcement. Did you like Disco Elysium? Awesome. Post in the comments below. Did you hate it? Do the same thing. Let us know what your thoughts are. Please don't forget to follow me on my other social platforms. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and I do streaming on Twitch on the weekends.
Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby.
Yeah, baby, yeah!